Now, one star already traded, Mark Teixeira, making his Angels debut. Manny still sporting a Red Sox shield.
There he is.
He'd look good in Packers green and gold. What do you think? Back to Teixeira. Top of the first, he had to be saying in his Angels debut, I couldn't face someone other than Beckett in my first Angels game. And Teixeira lines one to center, caught by Coco Crisp. Bottom of the first, Kevin Youkilis, grounder left side. Sean Figgins hangs out and makes the throw and gets some help from Teixeira. Guy's a two-time Gold Glove winner around first base. Top of the fourth, here's Teixeira facing Beckett, runner on second. First pitch, he's going to foul it off for strike one. And looking for something other than the breaking ball for strike two. And then set him up, fastball outside corner. See you later. Teixeira strikes out on 3 pitches in that second at bat. Here's Garrett Anderson. Base hit, squeezes through the right side. Vladimir Guerrero scores. Torrey Hunter trying to score from second. And the ball gets away from Jason Varitek, and the Angels had a 3-0 lead. Teixeira's third at bat. Runners in the corners and 1 down, and pretty much the same deal as strikeout. Teixeira would reach on an error and walk to finish his debut 0 for 4. Here's Anderson with a runner on the top of the 6th. A liner, not you, the other Anderson,
okay,
the good one.
My bad.
A round the right field pesky pole home run, 2-run shot, his 11th. Beckett 7 earned on 11 hits. Yeah, a picture maybe worth $20 million. Manny's final at bat of the game, maybe his final at bat for the Red Sox, who lose again. They've lost 5 of their last 6, and all of them at home. Ouch. Sox, the Yanks make a move to acquire Ivan Rodriguez from the Tigers. The 36-year-old Pudge, 14-time All-Star, was hitting .295, 5 homers in 82 games. Pudge said he was shocked in this emotional trade for Kyle Farnsworth.
Chicago. This is the Twins' 10th attempt to tie or take possession of first place since June 25th, and they are 0 for 9. Carlos Quentin. Guys smell 0 for 10 off Lervan Hernandez. Wow, he won that matchup. 28th homer, leads the American League, 1-0. Bases Chuck, top 4. You know, every starter for the Sox had a base hit. It was just Quentin who had more of them. 3 for 5, 4 ribs. Sox lead 5-0. You know he's hard hitting. Top 7, Sox lead 5-1. The only run, Gavin Floyd, 1 earned in 7 2/3. Alexi Ramirez facing Buff Bonzer. Ramirez, swing me a mean stick, would you? That's right. Put it on the board. Yeah, yes, whatever. Ramirez, 9th homer. White Sox win at 8-3. So they, once again, a deathlock on first place. You're just not giving it up. And not even Brett Favre News has been able to hide that. Game 3 of the series bringing a close resemblance to the first 2. Cubs out in front early. Here, though, Manny Parra strikes out Reed Johnson swinging. Ball gets by Jason Kendall. Throw to first. Mr. Prince can't hold on to that one. Alfonso Soriano scores from third. 1-0 Cubs. Bottom 3, Brewers are down 2-1. Oh, Manny, big long double. He's over there on second. Manny Parra, not the other Manny.
Yeah.
Ray Durham flies out shallow center. Brewer starter's going to have to hold at second. Look at Ryan Dempster just bearing down, getting the work done. J.J. Hardy grounds out to third. Parra moves over a base, but Ryan Braun grounds to short there. Inning over. Brewers, the 1, 2, 3 hitters cannot get the job done. And then in the 4th, Ryan Dempster continues to pitch fine, as all the Cubs starters have in this series. Corey Hart goes down. He's an all-star, too. Billy Hall looking. Top 6, still a tight game. 2-1. Couple of runners on. Ryan Terrier, though, hits it to right center. Ryan Dempster and Soriano will score as it gets by. Hart goes all the way to the wall. Terrio, 3 bases. Cubs go up 4-1. They are on their way because Dempster drawn one more time. 7 innings pitched, 9 Ks, 1 earned for Dempster. The hitting star Ryan Terrio, he is with Aaron Andrews. The Cubs win half game over Philly, 2 games over the opposing Marlins. There's Mike Pelfrey. Bottom 4, we're tied at 1, 2-out hits will get you to heaven. And Cody Ross, that's right, get him a halo and some wings. Jorge Cantu, Josh Willingham scoring the play, and Ross, he just kept running until he got to third, then they made him stop. Marlins, 3-1 lead, part of a 5-run 4th. Top 7, Mets down 5-1. Pinch hitter Damian Easley off Josh Johnson. That's good for 4 bases. 4th homer of the year. Mets cut it to 5-4. He's getting a bit more binding. Dan Ugley, though, takes Joe Smith deep. 2-run shot. 84th career homer for Ugley. That's most ever by a guy who's primarily played second base in his first 3 seasons. Marlins up 7-4. Then Jose Reyes pops it up. Kevin Gregg was pitching, and there you go. Finishes off. Marlins hang on to win at 7-5. Josh Johnson's first win since August of 2006. Nice work.
Win their first of 6 NBA titles. So the Phillies are going to take over the lead in the National League East with the game tied at 3. Shane Victorino, the single. That's going to score 2, and the Phils have a 5-3 lead. And the very next batter They're going to add to that. Chase Utley, get out, his 27th of the season. Jamie Moyer becomes the 4th different pitcher in modern era to win 10 games in a season he started at the age of 45.
Boards are scary. Rays, Jays, a afternoon tilt up there in the Canada. How's your bacon? Bottom first. Jays down 1-zip, 2 out. Lyle Overbay homering deep off Edwin Jackson. Goodness, Overbay 7th year. That's extra far. 2-1 Blue Jays. Scott Richmond making his major league debut for Toronto. He is the 14th native Canadian to wear the J. Didn't get treated well there by Carlos Pena. Apparently he doesn't care that he's in Toronto. He should. Pena's 18th of the year. We're tied at 2. Later in the 4th, runners on 1st and 3rd. Nobody out. Abe Gross grounds to short. Got ourselves a little 6-4-3 double play. Nicely turned by the Toronto defense. Eric Hinsky, though, scores 3-2 in favor of Tampa Bay. Bottom 9, still 3-2. Troy Percival gets Alex Rios' 346th career save. So the Rays win it 3-2. Their 21st series win. That ties a franchise record. We got lots of season left, too.
Would Alex Rodriguez and the Yanks allow themselves to be swept to the stadium by the Orioles? In a word, no. Bottom of the first, Yanks were down 1-0, 2 on, and there's A-Rod. The single to right. Derek Jeter scores from second. Now the throw home is high, gets away from the catcher. Bobby Abreu is coming around to score. Watch this great slide by Abreu. Now, watch this. I mean, that is a tremendous slide in the right hand in there. He's ready to give it to the home plate umpire, Mark Wegner, and then he says, you were safe, and then Abreu says, oh, cool, we're good. Jabba Chamberlain had it all going on. 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned. He retired 11 of the final 12 he faced. Here's Abreu, second homer of the game, 13th of the season. All New York 10-2. Next batter, back-to-back jacks. Rodriguez is 23rd, 541 of his brilliant career. 7 home runs shy of Mike Schmidt now for 12th on the All-Star.
Tigers Indians, Detroit thinner after trading away Pudge. Cliff Lee going for win number 15, and he'll go for it again in his next start because this just got kooky. Jerry Sheffield shot up the middle of Asdrubal Cabrera. Look at that. Nice stop. Good throw. We'll look at it again. It's the top play nominee. You got to get in for the DirecTV play of the month. I don't know. Anyway, defense saves runs. Everyday catcher Brandon Inge for the Tigers, homering to left, his 9th. Tigers down 8-3, but Cliff Lee would come out after the 5th inning, allowing 6 runs. Not his best, but a lot of game left. In the 6th, Aquilina Lopez facing Ben Francisco. Ben, big, gone. Second homer this game, his 10th. 9-7 Indians. Later in the inning, Kelly Shopik at bat. 1 out, 1 on. Wood. Todd Jones dusts him off a little bit there. That's all right. Regroup, hit a home run. That's not such a bad thing, huh? That was the payoff pitch, to be sure. 9th of the year, 11-7 Indians. Taking a look. And then, a little bat flip. There, that's what happens. You buzz the tower. We do that. Top 8. Tigers down 11-9 with Miguel Cabrera at the dish. Cabrera. That's a big hit as well. Look now, I'm not so sure you want to Cadillac that because that's a tall wall out there in left field. And indeed, off the top, 2 runs will score, and we are tied at 11. That one's in. Whoop. All right. Bagsman, look at this. I got to get it. Yeah, I don't think you can do that. Didn't work. Run scores. Bottom 9, Indians down 12-11. Shopik again. 5th extra base hit in this game. Homers off Fernando Rodney. Wow, we're tied at 12, and it's 12-12 in the 12th. Casey Fossum for Detroit. Andy Marte, 6-4-3 double play. So Fossum pitches out of that jam. We go to the 13th, and, well, so much for symmetry, because 12-12 in the 12th is good, but it ain't happening in the 13th. Placido Polanco grounds out to 3rd. Marte, Carlos Guillen scores from 3rd. 13-12 Tiger lead. They win it 14-12 in 13th. You know, regular afternoon. Here they go with the Pods. Dan Haren starting. Rubber game of this matchup with San Diego. Jody Garrett, leadoff hitter. He's leading off well. Garrett's 7th of the year. Garrett nicked early. Padres up 1-0. D-backs down 3-2. Chris Young doubling off the wall and left. Haren will score. How about the pitcher coming around to touch home plate? Still top 5. Bases are chucked. 1 out. Chad Tracy. There you go. A little duck snort. A little gork. 2 will score. Diamondbacks lead at 5-3. Haren back on track in the 6th. Kevin Kuzminoff. No, that was filthy. Next guy up, Chase Headley. This one, too. That's in the dirt. You can't lay off. They'll look so good coming your way, right? D-backs win at 7-3. Harden, 7 innings pitched, 3 earned, 6 Ks.
What happened to the fancy graphic?
Nothing?
No love for the Mariners and or Rangers. Here's Josh Hamilton. It's like home run derby. Get out of town, the upper deck and right. Hamilton's 25th of the season. The Rangers were down 2-1. Bottom 8 tied at 3. 2 on full count. Arthur Rhodes is going to walk Marlon Burr. That's a close call. And as you can see, Rhodes not pleased with the call. Loads him up. Michael Young pinch hitting. He's going to go for a sacrifice fly to center. David Murphy coming around to score from third. And the Rangers go ahead 4-3, and Rhodes still unhappy about the earlier call. Had to be restrained and yanked off the field. Rangers win 4-3 on their last 10 games.
Reds Astros, because Edison Volquez is good. Junior's climbing the charts, and Adam Dunn can hit him really far. Top second, there's Adam. There's Wandy Rodriguez. And as you see here, not really a wall scraper. 31st homer of the season. That leads the majors. 1-0 in favor of the Reds. Miguel Tejada, line drive to center in the 4th. Jay Bruce. Yeah, Bruce almighty. Even Tejada seems impressed with that one, right? Top play nominee. And you know top plays.
Yeah.
Coming very, very soon. Top 5, same numbers. Ken Griffey Jr. crushes a 3-run shot. 15th of the season. 608 of his career, so he's now 1 behind Sam Sosa on the all-time list. 2 batters later, Dunn. Well, no, not yet. He has to hit another one here. Wow, second. 32nd of the season. Reds win 9-5. Volquez improves to 13-4. 9-5.
How was that only number 10 then?
Yeah, I don't know.
Number 9, Cubs and Brewers.
Looked like it was 11 and 10.
Back up the middle, Manny Parra, the kick. And Bill Hall, the barehander, to make the throw. Cubs, however, they win 7-2, lead the Brewers by 4 in the NL Central. How'd that happen?
Number 8, Mariners, Rangers. Brewers lost a lot. Witness Ian Kinsler of the Rangers against Seattle. That's how the Mizzou Tigers do it. Rangers win 4-3.
All right, soccer, the ENG Cup. Cameroon against Holland. Roy Mackay, beautiful touch pass to Ryan Babel, who beats the keeper. Holland goes on to win 2-0.
Came out of nowhere, figured that was mine.
Right.
But no.
Usually get the soccer.
Yeah. Not here, though.
So good at it.
Back to the old onion bag. Number 6, White Sox Twins, Brendan Harris. Deep drive down the right field line. Nick Swisher on the run. Swisher. Sweet. Makes the catch. Look out for the bites. Oh. White Sox win 8-3. You're okay. Yeah. Here we go. Whoop. Next.
All right. The Tigers and the Indians. Gary Sheffield, chopper up the middle, as Drupal Cabrera also bare. Nobody really needs a glove in top plays anymore. Tigers win 14, 12, and 13.
There you go. Look at that. Super League of 2008 semis. New England Revolution versus the Mexican team. Showery Joseph past the defense, finishes with the diving header. Nice.
So far, the Jay Bruce play, I thought, was better than a lot of these.
Very good.
Mitch Meyer fouling to the backstop. Kurt Suzuki. They have a lot of foul ground out there in Oakland. I don't know if you've heard that before. Royals win and sweep the A's for the first time in Oaktown since '88.
All right, number 2, Cardinals Braves. Troy Gloss, deep drive to right. Jeff Francoeur at the wall. Whoa, heads up. There's a warning track. Should have seen that coming, really. Oh, well, that's a good catch. It's number 2 in the top place. Cards would win.
Coming in at number 1, Rockies and Pirates.
Oh,
Jeff Baker, the ground.
Yeah.
Jack Wilson.
Nice.
Jumping Jack Flash. The snare. Throw across the body. Get the lead runner. Nice play at second by Luis Rivas. Pirates lost 7-4. I thought Robin Roberts was the top play.
Usually gets over
by 1 a.m.
By 1 a.m. Eastern. That's all I'm talking about. Brad Ziegler pitched 27 consecutive scoreless innings to start his career, and a little 6-4-3 double play off the bat of Jose Guillen. 3rd straight twin killing, and Ziegler now has 30 consecutive scoreless innings. Guillen with the bases loaded. Sac fly. Esteban Herman, winning run. Royals 4-3. They sweep the A's in Oakland for the first time in 20 years. Bet you didn't hear that.